now. Um, I think it's quite ironic. While I didn't have the talent and the skill level needed to be a best-selling author, I wanted it more than anything in the world. But now that I actually know how everything works, the puzzle is solved, I know how to build an audience, and I know what it takes to sell a book, I don't have that drive anymore. Partially because though I may have the technical skill to write very well, I don't have any particular literary visions. When I get a literary vision, a powerful message that I would like to say to the world with something, when I feel as if I have something worth reading, then I will absolutely write another book, whether it be a non-fictional memoir or a novel or some other form of writing. But for now, what is in my heart is to write this. Is to write SEO, to write to write SEO and copywriting. I've sort of become obsessed with SEO and copywriting recently because within the past few years, because I've devoted so many years to learning the literary craft of writing that I fell into the same trap that millions of other writers in the world do, and that's knowing how to write a book but not knowing how to sell one. So in the process of finally mastering, even though when I say the word master, there's always something new to learn. So there's never, if I say mastering the art of selling a book, well then it's not, I don't mean to say that as if I know everything, because I don't think anyone knows everything about anything. However, I've progressed. It's probably better for me to say I've progressed so far as to say, yes, I can control the fact that I can build an audience at any time for anything that I wish to write, using the three disciplines that I've learned, that I've taught myself pretty much, which is literary, SEO, and copywriting. Copywriting is basically the art of selling a book. Literary writing is the art of writing a book, creating the product, and copywriting is the art and science of selling the book. So if you were at an auction, let's say you had a big grandiose Van Gogh painting or a Picasso painting, literary writing would be the actual painting. And copywriting would be the auctioneer who speaks super fast, blah, 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 like this. I got 35 over here, 35 over there, blah, 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 you know, and then, galvanizing the people to actually spend their money, to act in a way that they spend their money on this grandiose product, the painting. So that's the difference between literary and copywriting. And SEO writing is in between literary and copywriting, in that you could think of copywriting. When you learn to master copywriting, you have to learn both psychology and neurology. You have to understand the way the human brain works and what you can do to evoke emotions or to logically engage your audience to make them act in a certain way, whether it be whether it be to follow you on Facebook, Twitter, or to do anything, or to buy your work. I mean, to act in any way, shape, or form imaginable, conceivable. With SEO writing, you have to understand the way Google bots work. In the beginning, when search engines were first becoming popular, of course, there are always people who abuse it. There would be people who abuse the system now. People would just chalk articles filled with keywords that they were trying to rank for on Google, and it would sound, the articles would be maniacally inhuman. I can't even begin to say it. Like if you're trying to rank for the word copywriting, and the article would start, copywriting. You should really learn copywriting because copywriting is great. For copywriting can teach you so many things about copyright. It's just they try to fill the article with so many. The keyword density would be so high for articles that they would rank high for the keyword, but the actual content of their website would be useless to the average person because, unintelligible. But now, as the AI has been continually worked on by the programmers and data science engineers, the AI is advanced to where it's gotten much better at determining what is truly quality content on the website, on any given website, and it gives it a ranking based on a logarithmic scale that determines how high or low you should be ranked on the search list. And everybody who is aware of SEO ideally would like to be ranked on the first page of Google, the first page of Bing, or whatever other search engine that we're talking about in relevance to their web content, because most people just do a quick search on Google and they pay attention to whatever is on the first page, and then if they don't find what they want on the first page, they type in a different keyword, a different query. But very rarely will you get someone who types in a keyword and they look down the first page, they don't see it, so they click over to the second page, they don't see it, they click over the third page, so on and so forth. Very rarely do you find people like that. Usually, they just pay attention to what's on the first page, and if they don't find it, it doesn't exist, it's not there, try again in a different way. So getting on that first page of Google is really what the whole battle, the whole war of SEO is about. Everybody wants to be on the first page of Google. And SEO writing is not entirely about, you could write the most SEO efficient article in the world. That still does not guarantee you a spot on the first page of Google. It's not just simply based on how well you write it, but also on a myriad of factors: how fast your site is, how many links you have, inbound links pointing to your site, and from which websites those inbound links are coming to. I mean, there are hundreds of different variables that go into that, which is why you could actually get many SEOs, search engine optimizers, people who work in that field would probably agree with me when I say that you could get an entire degree, a college degree in SEO, because it's that intense. And the knowledge that you need to learn is that saturated, because largely in part because the Google and the other search engines, they keep the truth, the whole truth about how their algorithm works largely a secret, because if they didn't, then people would be abusing it the same way that they would back in the dot-com boom era, when search engines were just all over the map, were just landing on the map, and spammers were just everywhere before they developed the canned spam law of the email and all that stuff. But now, since then, it's evolved, and because no one truly knows, except the individual data science engineers, nobody truly knows how those work. SEO has become a discipline you could study in college. But essentially, those are the three different types of differences between literary, copywriting, and SEO writing.